Hey everyone, Captain Amazing here. Today I want to talk about lightspeed bundles and what to do now that CG is releasing a bunch of them. So let's jump into it. CG has shadow dropped a few more lightspeed bundles. I think there's a pretty good chance that from now until the New Year's, or maybe from now until the year anniversary, that we're gonna get most of, if not maybe all, the lightspeed bundles that we got throughout the year. A pretty good chance. I'm not saying that's confirmed or anything, but I think Rey and SLKR bundles within the new year are a high possibility. But what do you do if you don't want to waste resources on characters that could possibly be a lightspeed bundle? So let's talk about it. So there's a few bundles that are out there that you should probably stay away. There's some exemptions. So right now there's the bounty hunter bundle, and if you missed it for whatever reason, I would never say like, oh, don't farm Jabba, because you will have to, or you could get like Fennec and or a Sing from that bounty hunter bundle, and you want to wait for those. I would never recommend that. So for players who like, if you have bought all the lightspeed bundles so far, then you're probably in a pretty good place to get Jabba, because we got a pretty much a soft Jedi Knight Luke bundle. We got a Ewok bundle, which is like a C3PO bundle. We got also a bounty hunter bundle, which gives two bounty hunters for Jabba. So I think right now, if you have all those bundles, you're prime for Jabba. I think even if you don't have those bundles, you should still go for Jabba more than not. Unless you don't have Executor, then you can go for Executor and then Jabba. So if you don't have Jabba and you're worried like, I don't want to farm things that's going to be a bundle soon, I would say farm Jabba, because it doesn't matter in a year or two if they release a Jabba bundle or something related to it. I don't think they will, but if they did, I don't think it would matter, because the sooner you get Jabba, the better, because the big deal isn't getting Jabba himself, it's getting access to Smuggler's Run 2, and the faster you get access to it, the faster you start getting mods and slicing materials and micro attenuators, the better your mods are overall. So if you're wondering like, what do I do? I don't know what to do. Like, farm Executor, farm Jabba. If you have those two, then let's talk about your options. So if you start, or if you get the Rey and SLKR bundles, because they're going to come out hopefully soon, then what you can do is you can get the payout for those. So they're going to give you the fleets if you buy those bundles. Just slowly work up the Radis and the Finalizer, and then start working on the relics. I would prioritize SLKR before you do Rey, because SLKR comes like pre-packaged. If you use first order, he's still good to go. He'll do pretty much the majority of what you need. There's some other things that will elevate him, but for the most part, perfectly fine with just his first order. Rey, on the other hand, does require Ben Solo or other light side teams that's not specifically resistance to be as good as she needs to be. So out of the box, SLKR, the better of the two. Rey is more of a defensive GL and SLKR is more of an offensive GL, but you want that SLKR first, and then you can go for Rey. Other than that, what do you do if you don't have access to, or if you're waiting and you have all these bundles? You got the payouts for SLKR, you got the payout for Rey, you have Executor, you have Jabba. Then what are some farms that you can do that will benefit you overall? So finish your assault battles first of all. If you don't have Inquisitors, if you don't have the Padawan Bros, if you don't have Captain Enoch in their squad, then you can start going for assault battles for the same reason. Like, if you unlock them, they will always benefit you. There's no reason to wait on them, and because the return of investment is that monthly payout. It doesn't matter if they come out with a bundle, because the sooner you get them, the sooner you start getting a payout for those. So if you don't have the Imperial Remnant or the Poncho Bros assault battle, then I would probably get the Poncho Bros first, because they're a Cantina farm. You can farm them really quickly, get them up. If I was gonna Relic 9 one of those assault battles, I'd probably do the Poncho Bros, because it's 2 characters compared to 3, and they also have the they are also raid characters right now, which that raid should shift out in a few months anyways. But this Imperial Remnant team, pretty good chance that it's probably going to be in the next raid. R9 them right now, I don't know. It is really hard because GL Ahsoka's requirements aren't even fully released yet, and we need 3 R9s. So it's pretty hard to say like farm 6 R9s. Like I only have 6 R9s in my whole account right now. It's hard for me to just be like farm your R9s, but these 3 R9s I think will happen sooner or later because you can get Omicrons from the R9 event, and I would really love that. And I'll probably refresh the node, and that's a potential 10 Omicrons a month. It's only a what, a 33.333333333 chance. So I don't know if it's gonna be like worth it because you won't get it every month, but you'll get R9 material. I don't care about the return of investment on the R9 material. I want the Omicrons, to be completely honest. So I'll take either or, but it's a good investment overall. It's just going to take longer to get that return of investment for what you put into it, like you can with Padawan Obi-Wan Master Qui-Gon a little faster because it's only R9 material. But I do think the Omicrons themselves are 100% worth it. I would just finish the GL Ahsoka requirements to before you go all in on these. So take these guys to R7, get the all the payments up to R7 is great, and then finish GL Ahsoka, and then if you want to afterwards, then you can take them to R9, and that's another good thing that you can do. So that's some good things that you can do. I would want to say don't feel like any of these GL ships aren't worth it because we're probably going to get a 2025 GL ship soon. I do think that the Profundity is still worth it, the Executor is definitely worth it, and the Leviathan is worth it. So if you don't have your GL ships, then it's a good time to continue to farm those and get all 3 before we get that 2025 ship, because in this upcoming ship meta, like it looks like they're turning off a lot of the off meta counters, and I don't know how it's going to shake up. Right now the ship meta is not in a good place and it's pretty RNG. I'm probably just going to throw my best fleets on defense, and I will clear what I can on offense in Grand Arena and just hope for the best. But overall, I would say if you don't have your GL fleets, then farm your fleets. If you don't have your Negotiator Malevolence, even Executrix is important right now to counter the Executor. That's why I took mine up to Gear 12. I don't know if Gear 12 is going to be enough for the Executor counter. I'm thinking probably not. He has all his abilities, but I think the Scythe shot summons are based off the Executrix, and I would like to get them a little higher to take him to relics. It's just right now I'm really tightly squeezed, and I'm hoping for a C bundle sometime soon. So I'll probably wait, see how he performs against the Executrix or the Executor counter with the Executrix at Gear 12. If I need to, I will take his gear up, his relics up to at least like maybe Lord Vader level if I have to, some 6-dot mods, and see how it performs there, because I know at Lord Vader level of R6 he should perform how I need to counter the Executor. Now that the Chimera counter is dead for Leviathan, then long live the Executrix counter against the Executor, because that's going to be very important. It's just, what do we do for Leviathan now? I don't know. I don't have the answer for that. Maybe Negotiator or Profundity or something. The verdict's not out yet. So I do think if you want to, though, finish your fleets, work on your fleets. There's only so many fleets in the game. You're going to want to get them all up. There was my last Grand Arena I won because I had literally all the fleets. I used believe it or not, I used every single ship here to win that Grand Arena. If I would have had like one ship less, I probably would have lost my Grand Arena. So there does come a time when you need every single ship on hand to get through these fleets, especially with like how we're probably going to have to multi-shot some of these fleets just to take them out. So I would say farm your fleets. Other than that, there's some GLs that are pretty much still Lightspeed bundle proof. So JMLC, pretty good chance that there's going to be a Lightspeed bundle. JMK, a lot less. Leia, definitely not. Jabba, probably not. So anything that is, if you go to the journey guide, I would say pretty good chance that if you go for Lord Vader, JMK, Leia, Jabba, those are still good investments to get in. Or if you are just like 100%, you just don't want to risk a bundle, then GL Ahsoka or Balin Skull are good farms right now. Also, if you don't have them, you're going to want to get Jedi Knight Cal Kestis and Bo-Katan Mandalore for your guild income, because right now my guild has excellent TB income. We're able to get Zepho and Mandalore unlocked, and that is an extra 140 plus Kyrotech every 2 weeks, which is huge. Ever since I started getting that, my account started accelerating really, really quickly. So I will say that if you are looking for good guild farms, then Bo-Katan Mandalore, Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, both good farms. Zepho or Jedi Knight Cal Kestis just became accelerated. Bo-Katan Mandalore is in the process of getting accelerated soon. So these are all really good farms to go for while you're slowly farming your farms for GL Ahsoka and getting that Imperial Assault battle up and running. So yeah, that's what I would say. I know it's kind of convoluted, but if you're looking for what can you do because you're worried, then finish your ships, farm farms that are gonna give you more income. So assault battles, Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, Bo-Katan Mandalore, farm GLs that are probably not going to be a Lightspeed bundle anytime soon, and definitely get Jabba. So that's the best advice I can give you right now. Other than I would say don't worry too much about Lightspeed bundles. If you farm something and you used your best judgment at that time, and if that was the best thing that you could farm at that time, if a Lightspeed bundle immediately comes out for what you just farmed, then don't be too upset. There's nothing you can do about that. You made the best guess for where you were, and don't feel like you can't farm anything because you feel like, oh, well, what if they come out with a Lightspeed bundle? Then I wasted my time. I'll tell you the biggest mistake that you can make is if you decide to stop playing this game, to stop buildings, to stop moving forward with your account. There's ways to smartly build your account, farm new things, or whatever it is that you want to do. Farm what's fun, farm what's going to get you more into your account so that you can start building faster. But don't feel like you can't farm anything, because if you stop building, you stop farming, that's just going to hurt your account in the long run, and you're going to be waiting forever to see what's going to be a Lightspeed bundle. And at that point, you might as well just not play the game if you're not building your account, because other people are going to be building their account. And if you look at Grand Arena, and what I said before is like we're all building, so people feel like they should belong in certain leagues, but it's a fluid game mode. We're playing against other people. Everyone's expanding at a certain rate, and if you're expanding at a slower rate and your account isn't developing as fast as the average player, then you're actually going to start dropping in Grand Arena. So that's all I have to say about all that. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'm sure some people are going to be like, oh, Lightspeed bundles are the worst and don't worry about it. Yeah, that's true too. Like, don't worry about it. Do your best. But if you do want to at least be somewhat cognizant of the possibilities, then this is my advice for what you can do. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.